Hi everyone. So in this video, I will be talking about all the inputs and output cases in TCS NQT. So we all know that in TCS NQT, uh, we have multiple inputs and multiple outputs. In this video, I will be not leaving any input or any output. That means you need to watch this video till the end and all kind of input and output you will be getting in this video. Okay, so first of all, make sure to like this video because we are putting so many efforts to create the content. Plus, in this video, I have added some new things also related to the new NQT because in this time new NQT, fraction inputs are also important. Like if a fraction is given in the string format, how will be you taking the input for that? So some new things also we have added here. So let's start. Before starting this, I just wanted to tell there are a lot of live tests going on for your practice. Okay, so mock test series link will be in the description. There are full length live tests which are going on. There are short length live tests which are ongoing, which you can practice for TCS NQTs to improve your performance. This way, actually, you can practice a lot because very similar kind of exam you will be getting in your TCS NQT. Similar kind of mock test, live test we are providing through which you can prepare for your TCS NQT. Apart from this, you can see your live rankings. So when other students will be attempting the exam also, you can see the average time, their rank, your rank, so that you can analyze where you are lacking. Okay. Apart from this, you will be getting daily tests, practice coding sheets, and full length test. Okay, and practice sets for quant, reasoning, verbal. There are a lot of mock tests available. More than 1,500 questions are available, which you can use for practice. Also, we are providing discount code in the description. So see, currently, I know the time is very less, so that's why we are providing a discount code also, so that you can get some discount on the course. So link of the course and the discount coupon will be in the description. Let's start with the first question. First is string format array. Okay, this is a very common input. So the input will be given like this: no size provided. Okay, no size provided. So suppose they are providing the arrays, no size is provided, like 1 2 3 4 5. This is the array. Okay, here you can see no size is provided, that the length of the array is 5. Okay, and the input is in the string format. Okay, so input is in string format. So what we will do, okay, what we will do if it is in string format and no size is provided. Okay, so first of all, we will talk about in Python. So if the input is given like this, first of all, we will use a function like this. So in ARR, we will be storing this array. How? We will be using this split function. Okay, so we will be taking the input and we will be using the split function, and through that we are using this map function. Okay, and here we are also converting our input into integer. That's why we are mentioning int here. Okay, and this is the proper syntax which you need to use. Don't use much mind. This is the thing you will use if you want to convert this string into a integer array. Okay, then directly you will be printing here. Okay, so when you will be printing here, it will print out the array. Let's talk about the explanation. When you will be doing input dot split, that splits the line by spaces. Okay, so here the spaces are there, so it will be splitting the line by the spaces. After splitting that, map will convert it into like this. Okay, so map int comma whatever the split is, and we are converting it into the integer, so it will store the array like this. Okay, so map function we are using for the uh, conversion. Okay, then for Java we will be using the scanner class. Okay, after that we will be reading the whole line using sc.next line. Okay, suppose if this is not working, you can use buffer reader. Okay, you can use buffer reader as well. So if scanner class is not working, use buffer reader. Okay, then we will be using line dot split function here by spaces. So from the spaces it will it will split the string that we will be storing here in the parts string array. Okay, then we will be storing the length of the parts string array and we will be creating the integer array for that. Okay, then one by one we will be extracting the string from the parts array and we will be converting it into integer. So integer dot parseInt, we will be using the function and we will be storing that in ARR of I, so that our string will be converting into the integer. Okay, that way we will be basically storing our array here. Okay, so this is for Java. Then for C++, See, we will be using getLine. So getLine, using getLine, we can input, read the whole line. After that, we will be using string stream. Okay. After using the string stream, if you can see here, we use this syntax. Okay. We use this syntax. So we will be creating one vector like array. Okay. And one integer num. So we will be using this. Okay. This syntax will be there. And then like while string stream, then like this, then num arr dot pushback num. So it will be actually converting the string into the number, integer number, and it will be putting it into the arr array. Okay, and finally then we can print it. Okay, so explanation also we have provided. GetLine reads the full line. String stream extracts integer separated by spaces. Okay. Then suppose a comma separated array is given like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. There is only one difference. Okay. So first we were splitting using the space. The syntax will be same. Now we will be splitting using the comma. Only this is the difference. So for the Python also the code is same. Only difference is now we will be extracting using the comma. So now in the split function, we will use comma. For Java as well, the code is same. In the line.split, we will be using comma. Okay. And for C++ also, if you will see here, so in the C++, there is a little difference that we will be creating the get line, string stream, everything is same. Okay. Vector, here we will be creating, here we'll be creating one token. Okay, and in that token, okay, in that token we will be using the get line and comma. That way, actually, suppose the string is given like this: 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, if you are using get line, then ss is full string like this: 1 2 3 4, and token. So in token we will be storing that that thing which is extracting based on comma. So based on comma, we need to do the split. So it will find out the comma. So comma is here. So in the token, it will store 1 because the first comma is here and it will be removed. Okay. So now in the token, we will be having 1. And that one we are converting into integer using stoi function, and then we are putting into arr. Okay. Then this is done. Then the next comma is here. So 2 will be there. So 2 we will be getting. Okay. So like this, we will be storing the whole array here, and this will work like this. Okay, and the token we will be converting into the integer. At last we will be pointing out our array. Okay, so now let's talk about the next function, which is bracket input. Suppose bracket is also given like this. Okay, in the array. So suppose if a bracket is given. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we will be using s equals to input dot stripe. Okay, so this we will be doing. Okay, so when we will be using the stripe function, you can see here. So s dot stripe, you can comment out like this. Okay, so what actually here we are trying to do. First, see, if you will see here, the bracket is like this. Okay, in the string, and 1 2 3 4 is given here. 1 2 3 4 is given here. Okay. Now if it is given here, so we already know like how we take input for this string. Okay, we just need to remove this braces. To remove this braces, what you can do is, you can see here, to remove this braces we can use s equals to s dot stripe, and we will pass the braces here. So if you will pass the braces here in the stripe function, it will remove this braces. Then for this, we already discussed how we will take the input for this one. So we will use the split function by comma, and then we will printing out it. Okay. Now talking about Java. So see, in Java also, first we will be trimming it for extra spaces, and then we will use line dot replace. So wherever the brackets are, okay, we will replace them by a empty space. Okay. So you can see here in Java, we use this syntax like two slashes like this, then braces, two slashes, then braces. Matlab this braces will be replaced. Then we use pipe, that we also want to replace another one. Then again two slashes and this one. So this way, this and this will be replaced by the empty space. Then again, the remaining code is same. Okay, like line dot split by comma. Then other code you can see here. Okay. Then for C++, we want to remove the space. We can use erase function, like line dot erase function we will use, and we are removing the first and last character, right? So we can use line dot erase remove, line dot begin, line dot end, okay, and then this will be like, say, in the uh, C++, okay, please listen carefully how we are doing. So see, suppose this is our whole string, okay, suppose this is our whole string, okay. In the string we are saying from the begin to end, okay, we are performing our operation from beginning to end. If you want to perform the operation, you can also use the substring function here, like you want to perform the operation only on that particular string, but we want to perform this operation on the whole string, so we are using line dot begin till line dot end. And we are using the remove function, that from the whole string, okay, from starting to end, we need to remove this braces. So in the remove we are passing by comma this braces, okay, and then we are using line dot erase till line dot end, okay. So that way this will be your syntax, okay. I am not going deep because I also don't know, but this syntax you need to use to actually remove the braces from start and end, okay. Then when the braces are removed, we already know what we need to do using string, okay, because C++ syntax are like little bit complicated. Now talking about the bracket output, okay. So suppose if you already know how to give the outputs in bracket, suppose you have the array, okay, you have the array like this in integer format. If you know how to give the output in the bracket format, you can give the output for 1 2 3 4 5 also. You can give the output for 1 2 3 4 5 also, okay. So we are learning about this braces output, okay. If this braces output we know, we can give any type of output, right? So suppose this is the array. Now suppose we want to print it in a string based output. So first we will store in our string s, that is braces, okay, because braces will be our first character, right? So first we stored in s that braces, okay. Then we will be looping our array, okay. After looping, what we will be doing, we will be converting all the integers into string. So we will be doing s plus equals to 2 string of arr of I, okay. Also when we are converting this, we will be checking if I is not equals to array of dot size comma -1, because at the last element we don't want to give the comma, right? But if we will not use if condition here, that we will be putting the comma before the last element, right? If we will be not using this syntax, then there will be one extra comma after 5, right? So for that we are using this, if I is not equals to array of size -1, then s plus equals to, and then we will add a comma in our string. At the last of the loop, we will be adding the closing bracket here. So s plus equals to closing bracket. At last, we will be printing our string. So it will print it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there is Java. Okay, for Java also very same, nothing changed. If you can see here, same braces we are adding. Again, same checking the condition, adding the last braces. Again, same syntax. Okay. For Python, it is different. So here we will be using that braces plus comma. Then we will be using like this, that dot join map str comma arr plus closing braces. Okay, this will be the syntax. So here is the opening. Here is the closing. Okay, then we are using this function dot join map str comma array. Okay, so this will be the syntax for Python. Okay, or you can directly use like this, okay, or directly you can use like this, okay. So now a string of space separated words, if we want to take the input, okay. So suppose input is given like this: apple, banana, cherry, mango. These are the space separated words and we want to take the input, okay. So in Python directly we can use input dot split and print words. So this we already read, right? So by space it will split, and in the final output if we will print, it will convert into a string array. For Java also it is very simple. Okay, we will split it by space, we will store in words and we will print it. So in the string array, it will be printing like this, apple, array, banana, mango. Okay. In C++ also, what we will be doing, this is our string. Okay. In a string stream, we will be reading our line. After reading that we will be creating a words string, and simple again the same syntax. We will be using the while loop, ss, then word dot push back word. So that way the string array will be printed here in C++. Okay, again the same syntax. Okay, now coming to the important part, which is output. This was the exact question which got asked in TCS NQT last year. See, suppose you have a number like this, which is 12.34567. You need to print only 12.346, or you want to print in only till 3 decimal. Okay, so this is very important for output, that a big floating number is given like 12.34567, and you need to only display the number till 3 floating points like this. Okay. So in the Python, how we will be doing that? In the print function, we will be using f here. That means it is a floating number. Then in the string format, we will be printing the variable number like num. Okay, this is the variable. Then we will be using the colon, dot, and how many floating points you want to print? 3, right? 3 decimal places we want to print. So we will say here 3f. This is the syntax for Python. Okay. Floating number num column dot 3f. This will be a syntax. Please remember it. It is very, very important. Okay. For Java, see, for Java, you will be storing in num, okay, the number. Then we will be using percentage in string here, okay, like this. Then dot, how many floating points you want to display? So 3f, okay, 3f, and then we will be printing num. So that way we can print our number till 3 floating points, okay. Then for C++, see here. For C++, we use fixed set precision, okay. So when you will use fixed, okay, and set precision till 3, so it will print the number till 3 decimal points. Okay, so set precision we use. Okay, so it ensures that exactly digits will be there after the decimal point. Okay, so it will convert it into like this. Okay, then how, so these outputs are very important. Then how to take input of 2D array? Okay, so suppose a 2D array is given like this. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, rows are 3, columns are 2. How will we will be converting it into 3 cross 2 matrix, because it is given into a string format. So see, for Python, again we will be using the same trick. We will be taking the input, we will be using the stripe function. Then again, how we will be converting it, we will be splitting it using comma, because it is given as a single line comma, right? So we will be splitting it using comma. Same function we will be using. That simple, we will be using our simple looping. Okay, how we do in Python to store the 2D matrix. Okay, and then we will just append that in matrix. Okay, so this, like, overall syntax is same, just the loops will be till row and call. We will be adding that. Okay, so see, syntax will be this one. Okay, and this thing we already have done for the 1D array. Now the only thing is we will be taking the same input as 1D array, just in the storing purpose we will be storing that as a 2D array. So this will be syntax for that. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, now for Java, let's see. For Java, we will be again taking the input. Okay, after the taking the input, we will be splitting using comma, because it is again in the comma format as a 1D array. Then we will be creating a 2D array syntax like this. So int rows column, how many rows will be there, how many columns will be there. So we will be allocating the memory here. After that, we will be starting our loop for I equals to 0, then I is less than rows I plus plus. For j equals to 0, j is less than columns j plus plus. Matrix of I and j equals to integer dot parse and parts k dot trim. Okay, so because it is in what format? It is in a 1D format. Okay, so we will be doing k plus plus, and we will be storing that here. Okay, in I and j. So matrix of I and j. So for an example, I'll just explain you. So suppose this is there, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Okay, we want to create a 3 cross 2 matrix, right? We want to create a 3 cross 2 matrix. So 3 rows will be there, 2 columns will be there. So first value of I is 0 and j is 0. So at 0 comma 0 we will be storing k is also 0. So first element will be stored 1. Then loop will increase. The value of I is 0 and value of j will be 1. Okay. So at 0 comma 1 we will be doing k plus plus. So 2 will be stored. Okay. Now this loop ended, right? The column 1, internal 1. Now for the next row, the value of I will be 1 and column will be 0. So 1 0. At 1 0 position, what will be inserted? K plus plus means 3. Then for the next element, 4 will be inserted. For next element, 5 will be inserted and 6 will be inserted. So final output will be looking like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that way our matrix will be created. Okay. Same thing we will be using in C++. So we will be splitting here by comma, which we already read how to convert the string, okay, based on comma. So that we will be storing same syntax, and then we will be looping again our matrix, okay, same way. We will be storing in matrix of I comma j nums k plus plus, because 1D input is already there. So if we have the 1D array, I think most of the guys know how to take the input from 1D array to 2D array. Okay, then we will be printing our matrix. Okay, then there is fraction input. So suppose in a string, a fraction is given like this. Suppose 1 slash 2 and 3 slash 4. This is the string, and this is the fraction. Suppose we want to add them like 1.1 by 2 plus 3 by 4. For that, we need to take the input like that A should store 1, B should store 2, C should store 3, and D should store 4. And it is given here in this format. Okay. But we already know how to take the string inputs, right? So again, in C++, we will be creating the string stream. Okay. After creating the string stream, and after taking the input, what we will do? So first one, okay, because in string stream we know that if we do like ss and this, it will read the character by character. Okay, it will read the characters or whatever it is. Okay, so first ss and then like this. So it will read a here. So a, so 1 will be stored here. Okay, then we have slash. So in ch, the slash will be stored. Then in b, 2 will be stored. Then in c, 3 will be stored. And then in ch, if you can see here, the slash will be stored. Then 4 will be stored in d, and we can print that like directly. Okay, so that we will be doing. For Java, what you can do is we can split our string. Okay, we can split our string by spaces. Okay, or see in C++, I would be saying it is better to don't do like this. Okay, don't do like this, because see, it will be generic, kind of generic. I would suggest again to split it by space as we are doing in Java. Okay, so use the input in string stream. Okay, then please split it by space how we are doing in Java, and then split by slashes. So this is, I think this is the syntax. This syntax is good. Okay, so same syntax you can use in C++, that would be better. So see, we will be splitting our string by the space first. Okay, so after splitting our string in space, from a space, listen carefully, we have 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. Okay, so when we split it using a space in string parts, okay, our first string will be, so this is our parts array. Okay, in this our first string will be 1 by 2 comma, second string will be 3 by 4, because this we already split it using space. Then in the f1, that is fraction 1. Okay, so this is our first string, first fraction f1, in which what we will be doing, parts 0 dot split by slash. So if we will be splitting it into slash in f1, this is the part 0, right? It will be storing 1 here individually and 2 here individually, because we are splitting it using slash. In f2 also it will be using 3 here, okay, and then 4. So this kind of storage will be there in F1 and F2. Then simply we have a string array like this, and we will convert it into a integer array. So A will be storing integer dot parse F1 of 0, that means 1. B will be storing F1 of 1, that means 2. Okay, so A will be holding 1, B will be holding 2, C will be holding 3, and D will be holding 4. Now you can print like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed. Okay, simple. In Python, again, we will be using the same strategy. Okay, so we will be splitting. Okay, and again, I am saying in C++ also use the split function like this, what I am telling here. Okay, so we will split. Okay, then after splitting using space, F1 will store again 1 by 2, F2 will store again 3 by 4 in strings. Then we will be splitting using slash. So A will be, if we are splitting by slash, A will be storing 1, B will be storing 2, C will be storing 3, and D will be storing 4. Okay, lastly we will print A, B, C, D. That's it. These are the all inputs. Okay, this sheet we already uploaded on mock test series. Okay, I want to see these codes actually are not like this. You need to understand the complete logic or something. What you can do is, these codes are like that you can remember the syntaxes. Okay, because it is not like you are going the deep down in it, because no need required. Okay, because this is not required, because these are not algorithms which you need to remember, right? These are the codes or syntax which you need to remember, how we can convert this into this into this. Okay, so that's why. And this sheet already I will upload here. Also, see, a mock test series, the link you will be getting in the description. You can purchase it. Discount code, you will be also getting. A lot of live tests are going on which you can use for your practice. Thank you so much for watching this video.